I do that.
Well, yeah. Did you see that Magic the Gathering is doing like a collab with D&D?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you read the tweet?
No, I have not read the tweet.
I didn't
Oh my
see the,
god!
What
Read
did the
the
tweet
tweet.
say?
It's such a little gatekeepy shit thing that they wrote.
Where do
It's
we
so
see the
stupid.
tweet at?
On Twitter.
Well, I know,
Here, I'll
but
find it.
Yeah.
I'll find
Who's
it.
the tweeter?
Yeah, you can find out.
It's D&D.
And then while you do that, then we can start with who wants to do the recap for the last session.
Can't be me.
Yeah.
I wasn't here.
Vana was busy hunting down what was left of the Bargist.
Yeah, my light blue ass was in San Diego, so
yeah.
Sorry.
Vana was hunting the Bargist, and unfortunately, Vana did not have any luck finding the Bargist. Vana, you for you, your whole thing is you were looking for the Bargist, and after a while, you came upon by a number of troops and very well armored and well equipped, and they took over the hunt from you and took the information you had, and they set off to finish it off.
Okay.
And they informed you that they received information that there was a Bargist in the area from a group of travelers that were headed towards the nearest town to the north. Northeast-ish.
Tomato.
Okay.
Alright, now who wants to actually do the recap for the rest of you of what happened?
It should be the blue astronaut boy.
Okay.
Just getting volunteer.
Right.
I'm gonna volunteer Malik next time.
I'm gonna volunteer Malik to do it every time, but I don't trust his because they're written from Malik's point of view.
That's what makes it good. More
So,
authentic.
Essentially, what happens post-battle, you guys stood around the battlefield, trying to come to terms with whatever the fuck just happened. When you came upon a weird humanoid-esque astral thing coming across him, and conversations ensued. You guys learned that his name is Arcturus, and he seems fairly clueless to what's happening around him. After mentioning that you guys were headed to the nearest city, he was gonna hop in, go with, and then upon doing so, we made journey. We made our way through this on the roads to the city, and we did come across one band of guards that seemed to be on some form of patrol, and after inquiring about a Bargist, we did tell them that there was one. Making it all the way to the city whose name I most certainly did not spell correctly. That name is actually no longer visible to me. Sadness. We made our way to the city, finding that the majority of the city is actually female. Going in, finding the nearest tavern, and getting ourselves some rooms so we can rest and recuperate. And doing so. But before then, we were approached by a courier who offered us a letter that essentially was an invitation to what's the right word for this, Eric? Can you tell me the right word for what her job is? The one who rules over Nia Hill?
It wasn't the ruler, it was an architect. She does a lot of the architecture throughout the continent.
Yeah, you are correct. You are correct.
I know I am.
That is what she does. Yes. That makes sense.
Yeah. So she's very prominent and very, very, very wealthy.
Yeah. After getting a very interesting request to go to dinner with her, meet her for dinner, we rested up and we're getting cleaned. And after we were getting cleaned, just kind of were hanging out. And some shenanigans ensued. My book was tried to be eaten out of by a goblin. The goblin tried to open the box again. What else? What other Is there any other shenanigans that happened? I think we're good.
I think you guys had pretty much de-equipped all your like battle gear, and we're getting some nice
we
clothes.
put on like nice clothes.
Cleaned up.
Looking
I am not.
spiffy.
I'm wearing the same clothes. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I cast disguise self, and I look
Yeah, like a
spiffy.
Yep.
I always
like
look
a-
spiffy.
Yeah, it was my intention to look spiffy as well.
All right, and then then we'll put it as you guys are leaving the actual tavern itself, or the inn that you guys are staying at, is when Vana is now approaching. No map, just
She
Okay.
just rolls
yeah.
up.
So as we're walking out of the tavern, I have this weird 10-foot long chain maul thing that we found on the ground near the Bargist. I did give that to you. I forgot about that. I don't do anything with it. Not knowing who Vana is, I continue just to walk past Vana.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh. Well, Malik, are you coming with us to go meet the architect?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Then I'm gonna leave the box in the inner room. That I share with Vanna, by the way. So I'll walk up to Vanna and try to explain that we found some random passed out starry dude. And then hand her the flail, whatever, what was it? Flail with the 10-foot magical chain, be like, I have no use for this. I think this might benefit you.
I sort of shrug and look at it and like, okay. I spin it around my shoulder.
We basically adopt this starry human dude.
Are we in
He's over
business
there.
of adopting humans now? Is that a thing we do?
Apparently.
Okay, I mean, it might as well happen. Some
Um,
soldiers showed up and said that they were going to hunt down that creature. I figured I should just come back if there's soldiers on it. We have other things that we need to get to, obviously. Can't just
we
spend my
were.
entire rest of my life trying to avenge our friend.
Yeah. We were
Guy was a dick.
invited to go to dinner with some like high class architect person.
Oh,
I'd recommend washing up. You're a little dirty.
place.
I got you.
Place for me to wash here.
I say, I got you, and I'll cast Prestidigitation, and you will be clean. Spotless.
Well,
Spick
back to
and
my
span, and you smell like fresh daisies.
Ooh. How unlike Vanna.
Peppermint, or get the flavor.
Peppermint? Peppermint? Alright, I cast it again, and you smell like peppermint.
We're in the business of making friends here.
Exactly. And
Don't clean me up and then make me smell like a goddamn weed.
well, most of us dressed down, so we took off our armor. I'll give you the other key to the room that we share if you want to change. If not, that I'm sure that's gonna be fine with.
I'm selling the goblin. Sorry, just real quick point of order. Does anybody else want a room with the goblin?
You're doing what?
I'm selling my bed for
Oh,
free.
okay. I thought you were
Well,
selling the goblin. And I'm like,
that
do you
is an
have any
option as well.
buyers?
Anybody?
I mean, you could go back and get a different room.
I realize that it's a transaction with something of monetary value, and I have none of that.
What
Sucks
do
to
you have a
suck
problem
then.
with
You
the
got
goblin?
a room with the goblin.
Bro, I look at the goblin. Come on. What time was it? honestly, I think it was like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's right. I ate his book.
Yeah.
I would offer to fall on that sword, but I'm pretty sure if I share a bed with anybody other than Liv, she'll probably kill me at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're sharing a room.
Oh,
Not a
did I
bed.
accidentally let that out?
How could you expose us like this?
You just came up to me and told me I have to take my armor off, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bold.
Intense nudge, nudge.
Vanna proceeds to take off her armor.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm assuming in the room.
Sure.
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 I mean, I have, like, something under it, I'm assuming. It's
Hindy.
Yeah.
not just literally wearing, like, plates and, like, nothing
Yeah,
else.
usually you have some clothes underneath. I don't know what kind of clothes Vanna wears normally
Right.
underneath the armor, but
And presumably that's also, like, spotlessly clean now.
Mm.
So, I don't really have... Excuse me, I don't really have anything else to wear for a formal occasion, so I guess that'll have to do, right?
Always go buy something from the store, but I
Do
mean,
we have time? Do we have time to shop?
We're supposed to be there at what, 8 or 9?
We
I
did.
think it was like
I don't-
8:30, 9 o'clock.
It was like 8 o'clock. And we got done with like our sleeping and everything at like 6 p.m. Our long rests. I don't know when Vanna came
Vanna
back.
showed up
I'm
probably
assuming.
around 7:30 as you guys were leaving the
Oh,
tavern
so
after
she
getting
ain't got
already.
time.
I don't
You
have
ain't
time.
got time, sweet cheeks.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just, like, wear what I have on then.
Okay, you look fine. You look
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Thank you. A girl tries.
One thing for Vanna to note is that they also now have a fully detailed map of the kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's
The very nice man Jonathan, whose cart I was sleeping in, gave me a map.
That's a subtle warning away from that region.
This is a map
Yeah.
made by
Yes.
the
It's
made by the kingdom.
Totally
Real subtle.
This is totally fine.
This is a map made by the kingdom, so it's got their kind of annotations on it.
This is a very universal sort of a maybe don't go here kind of an indication.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
And I guarantee you that's where Monk is sending us.
Well, we're going to Diffron.
Nope. Diffron.
Diffron. I don't know how to
Anyway.
read.
That's where we think we're going.
Okay, neither can I. Onwards.
Yeah.
All right.
I sort of
Everybody
like
know where we're going?
Vanna looks herself up and down, and she's just kind of like, "All right, I guess this is as good as I can do."
The what's the word? I forget. I'm feeling the word. Someone that's
Courier?
not the courier. It's kind of like her butler, but not a butler.
Squire?
No, Squire's
A
like
valet?
the knight.
I'll
No.
just say it was
Assistant.
like Hermes.
Yeah,
Secretary.
her man. Like she sent her man to come and
Oh,
inform
I
you
was
about
getting
everything.
a god of messaging, but yeah.
Assistant? Secretary?
Something like that. But she sent like her basically her manservant to come
Okay,
in.
that works.
To come in, and he kind of described where you're looking for, which street it's on, and where to head.
I walk in that, what I assume is that general
Yeah.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after about 5 minutes of walking, you very quickly see a larger house coming to, like, you're getting close to a much larger house that is much more ornate and much more like defined in the rest of the room, like the surrounding architecture. The other houses around it are very nice, but it's got like a kind of like a very high elf kind of Japanese feel to it.
Ooh,
Okay.
What kind
Bougie.
of pompous ass hole.
interesting.
It's down to like having vines growing up some of the outside walls, and it looks like the house has been there for a long time. But it all looks in pristine condition. Well manicured
Alright.
lawns and hedges,
Okay.
bushes, flower beds, small gated wall on the outside.
I ignore all of it and go straight towards the front door.
So, all right. So as you're approaching the front door, you reach the gate first, where immediately there are guards sitting outside of it. Not the guards that you saw outside the city, but looks like their own unique guards. They
Private security.
look more heavily equipped than the ones on the outside of the town.
Okay. So clearly this person is of some value.
Eric.
Hmm?
As I'm walking up and I see the guards, I'm gonna just do a case over of them. Just like, what are they carrying? What kind of weaponry?
All right. Roll me.
Perception?
Yeah, roll me perception.
Natural 20.
They each, so the two at the front gate are wearing heavy armor, so probably plate armor. They are standing tall with halberds on each side of them. So one is holding on the left, one's holding on the right. And further back with that, you can also see that there are roaming guards inside the grounds. And those seem to be carrying a mixture of kind of lighter leather armor. So they seem like they're ready to move fast. They also have swords, and a couple of them have bows. And then one of them is with each group of guards that seems to have no weapon at all.
Oh, so she's like fucking strapped.
Yeah.
I
She got
enjoy
monies.
I enjoy this. Okay.
Yeah. As you approach the front
And
gate,
she be
since that's where you're headed, immediately the guards stop and go, "Invitation to the dinner."
Oh, so it's like a public? I thought we were special. How many people are at this whole shindig?
We don't concern ourselves with the guests.
Yeah, but how many people have you let through the door?
We let many people through the door for many reasons.
You guys are fucking lame. And I fiddle around in my pockets. Who actually has the invitation? 'Cause I don't.
I don't.
You are typically our carrier.
I'm gonna be straight. I don't remember.
I don't think we were given a written invitation. We were just told to go. If I remember correctly.
Honestly, very possible. Eric, who has the paper?
No one does.
There's no paper. We
Was
don't.
there
We,
no paper?
yeah, there was no paper. Just one of the people just told us to show up. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna explain that to him. Explain the
I mean, I'm
features
sure he gets
of
that a lot.
the guy who invited us, his general appearance and what I can remember him looking like, the fact that we're new in town, and her name, which I have forgotten.
Roll persuasion.
Architect. Interest.
Well, it ain't great.
He looks you up and down as you're kind of talking to him, and you hear him he takes his halberd and he kind of hits it against the back gate a little bit and looks back. You can see one of the roaming guards kind of walks past and he goes, "Send for the manservant."
No. Oh.
And just nods and he
I
just kind
turn
of
back.
walks.
I'm like, that's progress, right?
He just walks back inside.
I'm gonna twiddle my thumbs, I guess.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna approach the same guard who's being a dick. So, what do you guys do? Is there is there a security problem? Or...
At this point, even with your perception, you would he's looking down on you from where he is.
Yeah.
He's a good bit taller than you. Kind of looks down and we do what we're paid for. And he sits back
I
up.
would say
Stand there and look pretty.
they might not
Cheers.
be the reason. They may be the reason there isn't a security problem.
You're probably right. That's actually a very astute deduction.
Nah, clearly
Wait.
they're just there to be pretty.
The front door opens and the same manservant that you guys talked to before runs out to the front of the gate and he goes, "Oh yes, let them in. Sorry, I didn't expect you guys to be early. Usually, people she invites are late."
Oh, sorry, we're not disrespectful.
Yeah, we
It's an
have no way of
interesting
keeping
trend.
time.
He just, at that point, the guards then step back and they reach over and they open this like a very large like kind of metal bar on the front that goes over it, and both of them go together and lift it up, and the gate opens.
I take note of how that opens.
Alright, I'm gonna walk towards the door, I guess.
Here, I'll just walk in.
Yeah, looking around, is there anyone that like doesn't look like they're dressed like a guard?
They're not like, none of them have like a straight uniform from what you can see just by passively looking around, but they all look like they are. Everyone that's patrolling the grounds looks like they are equipped.
Got it.
You can tell like even under like what cloaks or what mantles they might have, you can see like the bulbous every like kind of form of armor on most of them, even if it's like lighter armor. And you can hear the clank of metal as a sword, like every now and then a sword just clacks against like a boot or something like along those lines.
Mm.
Okay. Right, he walks you in the front door. It's these two massive archway doors. They're solid wood, and as you walk past him, you can kind of smell like just a slight hint of cherry on him. And he kind of walks past. He walks in, and in the very front area, it is all marble floors, a marble statue like going up the center that reaches all the way to the ceiling, and a very, very silver-looking chandelier coming down behind it that seems to be spreading light. And he points to a door to the side and goes, "Please head in there. You'll find anything you need while we wait, and then we'll send for you once the party's ready."
Okay.
As we start to go in, I will put my hand into my pouch and I'll pull out a book, a little notebook, and I will use prestidigitation to summon a quill and just start like jotting things down as we go into the next room.
Okay. All right. And here is the room you guys are in. As soon as you enter,
Question.
yes.
Is it rude if I ask if I could have like, you know, like those little baby backpacks that have the leashes on them? Can I put one on? Malik, can I put one on you?
What? No.
I don't want you to get into this lady's stuff.
Oh, don't worry, I will be.
He opens
Can I
the
put
door.
one on both of them?
He opens the door and he lets you all go into the room. So as you walk in, immediately there's another set of huge statues that go up to the ceiling of this room. There's also a bar in the far wall, a fireplace and a reading area, some desks. There's an entire set of bookshelves along the back wall. Before you guys do anything, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep. Malik, that's always the one. Unless he's trying to do something mischievous. Alright,
Oh, no, Malik.
give me 1 second. I'm going to whisper something to the people who made it, so you will know.
Made it
Still
or
in
failed?
that one.
I feel like now's
Get
the
20s
time.
and ones.
Yeah, that's actually like the epitome of your rolls.
I feel like now would be the time.
Oh, I'm so lounging on this little fancy chair, by the way. 110%. It looks luxurious.
You know what, Eric?
I dedicated all my stats to wisdom.
Did I make it, Eric?
You'll find out if I message you.
Well, no, I was gonna say, I was gonna burn my inspiration. So
You failed the DC.
Wait,
yeah,
you still
I'm
got a
burning my
bard?
inspiration. Fuck
No.
me, running.
Inspiration is something you get for retelling or for doing the recap, where if you have a particularly cool roleplay moment that I really like, I might give it to you, or like a good character interaction with another player, that kind of stuff. I might just give them out. It's just kind of random.
Like when I used light and threw the stone to spot the cultists that were lying in wait. Remember that.
I'll remember that shit forever,
So, I'm assuming literally only Karakai succeeded.
Hang on.
He's just taking his time.
I mean, I haven't gotten anything yet.
No
but
one's
I
gotten
just
anything yet. I'm still
assumed.
typing it.
While you type, I was just gonna say that I was gonna go to the library area and read the bindings of books, see what it's all about, genres and
Lounging.
whatnot.
Okay. All right. There we go.
So I
So-
take it as okay.
So,
That's fine.
yeah, you go over to the books, and as you're kind of going over there, the books themselves, it seems like every time you're kind of as you're looking through the books, you can find every single book you've read as a child, including most of your favorite books. There are a lot of books in here. Even for the small amount of space, they're all very tightly packed. And you can easily find any book you're looking for.
That's weird.
I
I was going to say I'm going to use magic or not use magic, but see if I recognize the magic that's making me feel this way, but I only rolled a 10. So.
You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about what's going on.
Can I
You don't even know if it's magic.
That's true. Can I, looking closer to the books, because I'm like an 80-year-old elf, so to find books from my childhood is a little baffling to me. Can I look further into like the bookcase or the books themselves to see if there's anything fishy going on with that?
Hey, you can roll investigation. What are you looking for specifically?
Like, how? Like, I'm gonna like open the books, see if they're real. Are they like magically printed? Like, it seems
can-
really weird to me.
You can roll investigation.
There we go.
So yeah, as you like, you're like, you know what? I don't. This is too convenient. So you're
Yeah.
kind of looking around. You find a fable from your childhood. I don't have one at hand, but you find a fable from your childhood that you remember very clearly. And when you open it up, it is word for word perfect. It
And,
looks
like,
like it is not like
it's
handwritten.
printed?
It is printed.
Okay. From like, it like recently printed or like
Looks to be in perfect
80 years
condition.
old? Can I have a backpack or anything?
when you do.
Damn. I mean, I don't know that I would have necessarily have brought it to a fancy occasion.
What are,
Oh.
what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm also going to the books.
All right, what are you looking for?
I'm also going. Anything that pertains to what I am.
So as you're kind of looking through, as you're looking at the books, they're all fairly simple and blank. You can find a book about your race, but it seems to consist of what you know so far.
It's a short book.
So like a pamphlet and not a book.
It's a book, but most of the pages are empty.
It's wild. Is there any history of either, based on bindings alone, I don't be able to check all of them, history of this town or this empire within this little...
You don't seem to find anything in particular.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is there is a dark elf sitting in front of the fireplace reading a book.
Oh, I saw him.
I assumed you guys saw him, but I didn't mention him. I forgot to, because everyone was like scattered immediately when Matt came up.
Well, I'm gonna grab my favorite fable, The Legend of Macanes, and then go and sit on the fireplace. That's what I'm doing. Not on the fireplace, in front of.
I will grab like Star Ganassi 101 and then panic for a second, and I look at how little, like how most of the bindings are blank. I just grab a book and just walk back towards the fireplace.
It basically in there it states what you would know at this point. It's Star Genasi, you're from
You're good.
the
You're good.
stars.
You're good. You don't gotta.
That's it.
Yeah. And I'll sit down and I'll open up both the books. I'll sit on the ground and then I'll open up my journal, and then I'll realize that one of the books is just entirely blank and one has like 30 words in it. And I'm just like,
There's nothing
there
fancy at all.
Copy it word for word. Realize that's earlier in the book too, and I just kind of sit and chill for the rest of the time.
Malik, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know. I rolled a 1. I'm still
Oh,
waiting
that's
to
for
find
something
out what
completely
happened.
unrelated to what you're doing. You can do whatever you want still.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna go explore.
Yeah.
Is this room empty then? Besides this person here?
Yeah, there's no one else in here. There's a bar, there's books, there's paintings, there's desks and shelves and trophies and statues.
Is there like books in this? Are these like bookcases?
Yeah, those are bookcases. All of them have books. They're wall-to-wall books.
All right, I'm gonna take out a book, look at it, and then maybe eat a page.
Let me quickly roll here. Okay, so your intelligence sign up that you've actually read a few books or seen a few like writings in your time, mostly from stuff you've kind of come across most likely, because I'm assuming you don't collect too many books.
Well, I'm sniffing out like the oldest, mustiest books.
They're all extremely new.
Oh, well then I probably won't.
Yeah, they all seem in perfect condition. And as you're doing that, roll me a quick perception check.
Perception.
Not a hint of dust or must is anywhere that you can find.
Wow.
The only kind of
Everything's
smell that you get of
perfect.
any kind of earthy kind of scent is from right next to the door where there was some flower pots.
All right, so can I just have a coin instead of dice and just heads I get a 20, tails I get a 1?
Literally called it.
But there's no
Jesus
dust,
Christ.
no mold, no mildew, no anything, any kind of weird smells. It just smells like paper and leather bindings.
Cool. And
gonna-
nothing really of note to think. I also want to inspect this skull, but
Yeah.
I'll let Casey or
Oh, I'm sorry.
Caladry or Cabril or what Karakai go.
Stop.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. I had thought you were.
Roll me a
Yeah,
quick
the skull on
investigation
the
check,
corner
Malik.
has caught my attention.
Roll me a
and
quick
then I'll-
investigation check. I gotta look at it again because I gotta remember what it was.
It's gonna
Okay.
be a 1. Oh, right. Well, that's
Right
new.
down the middle.
The coin landed on it.
So you need a D3 then.
Guess so.
Technically speaking, never mind.
So as you're kind of looking at the skull, it looks like an animal. It looks like a normal kind of animal. Like it's not like anything kind of mystical or anything like that. But roll me an animal handling check.
God.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
It is a boar that looks like the skull and the horns. It looks like a boar that is very, very familiar to you. Like not like you know who the boar was, but you've seen this kind of boar before. You're not. It's from your past somewhere, but you don't know where, because you don't know where.
Okay, is it fitable to wear as a skull hat?
No, it is not.
Aw.
Why not?
No.
In fact,
For
it
him
is
or
like,
everybody?
it is actually completely and totally secured to the wood platform, which is secured to the bar.
Mm.
Oh, I see.
I mean, if you
Sounds
wanted to try to
cowardice.
force it up, you could make a strength check. Or an athletics check, rather.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Jesus fucking Christ! So as you're pulling it up, it is secured pretty much at the base of the skull onto the actual the mounting support, and as you pull, both of the horns snap off, and you now have two basically boar horns.
Or
What?
tucks or horns.
You're insane.
They're boar horns.
Oh, it's a
Alright.
boar with horns?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm going to test a theory and just casually try to get this dark elf's attention. Is this a sir or a madam?
He looks to be masculine.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Could you... this is a silly question, but what book is this? It's not familiar to me, and I'm just having him, like... What I mean by that is just reading the title off of it.
He closes. He kind of gently, kind of like licks his finger, and then he turns like one of the page corners in real quick, and he closes the book, or he closes his finger on inside the book, and goes, which book can you? And he reaches over to take it from you.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
He takes it. He looks at it. And goes, and I forgot the name that you gave. He repeats the same name that you gave to it. He goes,
Okay.
yeah, it's the something of man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna like turn around and like thank you, and then like kind of non-discreetly, just kind of ask Arcturus if that's the same that he sees
It is.
for a title. Okay.
I don't respond. I am furiously scribbling in a notebook.
The dark elf at this point kind of also just leans forward and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice you all come in. I would have said something. It's so good to see other guests for the party. I look forward to it.
Yeah, totally. It's great. Sorry, I just struggle reading. It's kind of silly.
That's okay.
But yeah, great to meet you. Happy to be here. We're new in town. Is this a frequent occasion? Should we expect like a grand ball?
Oh, not frequent. Usually her dinners are just lavish and involves the people she finds most interesting currently.
Ah, I see.
So I'm not part of this conversation.
If you don't mind, I
mean-
was just to the plot twist, and I need to get back to this for a moment. And he just pops open the book again and like buries his head in it. And he goes, "Oh no, you'll never see that coming."
Oh my gosh, he's like reading his soaps right now.
What are you doing
the
to
map real quick? There we go.
Your cat. Cat, what? Why?
Just shaking her stupid little leg.
Vana and Liv, what are you guys doing?
I got up from lounging for a little bit to see if there's anything behind the bar to drink.
Bar is fully stocked.
Fuck yeah, bud. Vana, what do you want to drink?
You can also very easily find anything like what's most curious is you're looking through the bar is you find drinks that you haven't seen in a while since you were back in your homeland.
Ooh.
So a
Vana,
lot of
what
like
do you want?
Viking meads and.
So before Lift says that, as we've entered the room and started like spreading out, Vana takes a very careful look around the area. She kind of like wanders around and like takes a close look to see if she can determine the origin of the thing that she noticed when she walked in.
You can roll an Arcana check, or actually, roll me. I guess. What do you want to do? You want to see if it's magical, or do you think it's like something else, or what do you think?
I'll check to see if I can sense like a magical origin first, and then I'll go from there to like natural stuff.
All right, roll the Arcana check.
Oh, that's poop. I'm gonna use my inspo. Can I re-roll that with inspo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say yes?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, nothing that you can really tell. It's like you can't you can't put your finger on anything that would cause that. You can't like kind of sense any kind of magical presence.
Okay. So then I guess I'll just be like looking around the room to try to determine any natural causes.
Okay, what do you thinking? Are you thinking like plants or poisons or?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm thinking I'll try to take notice of any like flora in the room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a nature check then. Yeah, nothing that you can really like. You can smell the slight scent of the flowers that were next to the door. It's kind of like lilies, but
okay.
Are they white lilies?
No, they're black lilies.
Okay, I hate the this.
And then I guess I'll just without noticing anything amiss with the flora in the room, Vana she just kind of takes a very careful look around to see if there's just anything else that might be the cause.
I'll say right before you take a look around again, that's when Lift is probably piped in, asking if you want anything.
Okay, well, I plant my fine ass at the bar and I say I want all of it.
Well, there's some things here that I haven't seen since home.
What do you got? Let me hear it.
There is a large selection of Viking meads from different areas, including your home.
Is there an aged Viking mead?
There is.
I will have a double of that.
There's a single bottle of 25-year-old mead.
Oh, we are sharing that.
I don't know
right
if that.
now?
I don't know if mead ages well like that, Aaron.
That's, you know what?
Mead.
It depends on its sugar content, I think. But
Generally, I don't know if it ages for 25 years. I think eventually.
I feel like it would get moldy.
I'm actually
It is.
curious.
It is.
It won't mold, but it will begin to separate from itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like especially if the temperatures.
So then it is a.
Overly
We'll shorten it to. It is a mead that has entered like the maximum age that mead can be.
The maximum age that mead can reach would be about 3 years.
Okay, so 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That's about a 3-year-old mead.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Some 3-year-old mead for
And
Vanna, then.
I will have a tall boy of that.
Do they have that special drink that we made in the last campaign? That was, I forget what they're called, but there was like one specific for fire and one specific to Vanir that had like nice ability.
Yes, the other one was it was like a Finnish name for it. Is what we pulled it
Yeah.
from.
I just don't have.
I don't remember what it was
I
right
don't know
offhand.
That's cool. Okay, sorry. Just thought I'd ask.
Yep, and there is a bottle of it as
Very
well.
niche. Very niche.
Firebrand brandy.
There's the Firebrand brandy.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Pretty much any alcohol you've seen before is behind that bar, including 2 large barrels of 2 very, very nice ales.
Well,
Aquavit.
That is Aquavit.
Lift's gonna want some bougie shit, so.
I don't remember what Aquavit did, but something related to cold resistance or ice breath. Or
whenever
something.
water had to do with being on the ocean. It was
Probably
that,
some-
or like one of the snacks or something had something to do with water. I don't know.
I
There
guess
was a
there's,
minnow
like-
snack that did it, but anyway.
I'll have like some like aged bourbon or something.
There is 30-year bourbon,
Oh yeah, sign me the fuck up. I'll have
or at least a
double
30-year
that.
whiskey, because there's no Kentucky here, so it's not bourbon.
Okay, well, whatever.
Is there any as Vanna is sipping her mead, she starts kind of like trying to peek over the bar. She says, I haven't had a good aged rum in a long time.
There
Ooh.
is-
Have an aged rum?
There is. Like I said, anything you can find
I'm a
back.
fucking
you can imagine is
bartender
back
now,
there.
bitch.
Set
Get
me
you a
up.
double of that.
Set me up with your finest aged rum, barkeep.
I got you.
And while
Seeing
Vanna
what's
is
going
sipping her mead, she's gonna take that very careful look around the room
Okay.
to see if she notices anything else that might cause the
With this, I'll just do a
excuse me,
basic
effect. that she knows.
perception check for this.
Okay. Wow.
You're
shocked.
pretty much looking as you're drinking on the glass. So you're kind of looking through the glass and the liquid. You're like, oh no, it looks good to me.
So I'm just doing.
Kinda
I'm doing one of these. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, everything looks good here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You're the cop that's drinking on the job.
Yeah.
What were you doing, Arcturus?
Seeing all the commotion that's going on over here, I leave the books. I leave all my books open in the middle of the room, and I'll stand up and walk over to the bar. Do I recognize any of the alcohol? Do any of them spark something? Do I notice anything that looks familiar at all?
Nothing directly that sparks anything. There is a single bottle that does attract your attention, but doesn't like have any memory to it. And it is a liquid that's kind of like little bit more gold and kind of a little bit more of a sparkle to it.
Goldschlager!
What is it?
It's a liquid.
Yeah, but
You don't know what alcohol is?
Yeah, but what does it say on the? Is there a label?
Nope, no label. It's a very sweet drink, almost like honey.
Oh.
Not thick though.
Ew.
I was gonna ask a question, but I don't want to keep doing the
Does it
tiebacks.
taste Does it taste good, Eric?
It does. It tastes very good.
If
No,
I
but-
were a different character, would I recognize it?
No, probably not.
Okay. I thought it was the
it's-
same one from the.
Think of it
God
like
Queen Tavern.
for your comparison, because it's for maybe everyone else that understands it. It's like a wild berry honey kind of flavor.
I thought it was like the.
But alcoholic, so a little burn on the back.
Just a bit.
The,
Bit of a burn.
the flavor of honey is changed based on what kind of pollen
Yeah.
the bees get.
No, I know. I'll go back over with the bottle in hand, and I'll set it down next to the book. I sit down again.
Can
As you
I take a closer look at the? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna. I don't know what you were gonna say, but I was just gonna say that. I was gonna take a closer look at these statues.
All right, so go ahead and
Got it
roll me an
recognized.
investigation check. So, as you're looking up and down the statues, each of them is a kind of like a hooded male figure on the left and right side, and then a hooded female figure on the top and bottom. What's the north and south are female, east and west are male, and each of them is holding a different object in it. Like the east male is holding a goblet, the west male is holding a bowl, and the north female is holding a clock, and the bottom female is holding a basket.
So there was a goblet, a bowl, a clock, and a basket.
This is some Resident Evil puzzle shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking trust a single thing coming out of Eric's mouth.
Yeah, just in general, just generally, but also in the game.
Before I start the next little spot with the next little thing that's about to happen, Malik, what are you doing? I'm guessing you're trying to mess with the falcon.
Wait, I thought there was like a. Where's the falcon?
It's right there.
Is
That's a falcon
Oh,
statue.
he's cute. Malik was
Oh,
on him,
I
so I
was-
didn't see it.
I guess I'll take a look at the falcon, but I also was gonna open up these drawers.
Oh, yeah. Inside the drawers is a number of paper and journals, all of them empty. Looks like writing utensils, paper itself, empty journals for you to take. Both about the same thing. A lot of, a couple little bowls for you to put water in so you can lick your fingers continuously and change pages. The falcon itself is it looks like a very proud gray falcon just standing there about maybe 1.5 feet tall.
Malik will have a staring contest with the falcon.
All right, roll me a Constitution save.
Does the falcon win?
We'll find out.
We're about to find out.
All right. So far, you haven't blinked, neither is the falcon. Oh no, you're not the. You confused the shit out of me when you just rolled.
Oh shit!
After
sorry.
I said roll Constitution save, I saw a die come in, and it was Arcturus doing a Wisdom save. So far you don't blink, neither does the falcon though. We'll come back to you.
With my 7?
Yeah, you haven't blinked yet.
Sweet.
First DC is a 5.
I'm
Alright.
sitting on the floor and I'm kind of having a moment.
With that-
I'm listening to everybody else talking about how this book from my childhood, and I'm in front of a book that is the only book I can find with words in it. That's supposed to be, if the same magic rules apply, it's supposed to be something about my childhood or something I recognize. But long story short, it's something I found out 3 days ago. So I'm just sitting there panicking, frantically writing down what looks like scrawls in a notebook.
So actually, before I do this, before we go anywhere else or start anything else, it is the halfway point for the night. So if you guys wanted to take your break and get a bathroom break and anything like that, this is a good time. If you wanted to pour yourself another drink.
I think I will.
I'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah, that aged rum